For years, the luxury SUV conversation has been dominated by the same few names: Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and the message has always been simple. If you want true luxury, you pay for the badge. But the 2027 Toyota LC-400 might be about to make that entire idea look a little outdated. Because this new Land Cruiser isn't just about durability anymore. It's about luxury, technology, and serious presence. And the real question is simple: should you actually buy one instead of those expensive European rivals? Welcome back to Accent Auto. Today we're taking a deep dive into the 2027 Toyota LC-400, the next-generation Land Cruiser that promises to blend legendary off-road capability with modern luxury SUV, and whether this might quietly become one of the smartest large SUV choices on the market. The first thing you notice about the LC-400 is presence. This is not a subtle SUV. Toyota clearly wanted this new generation to look more premium, more modern, and far more commanding than previous Land Cruisers. At the front, the LC-400 features a wide horizontal grille design finished in gloss black with subtle chrome accents that give the SUV a much more upscale appearance. The Toyota emblem sits proudly in the center, surrounded by layered grille bars that visually widen the vehicle. But the real highlight is the lighting. The new triple projector LED headlamp design gives the LC-400 a futuristic signature, with sharp daytime running lights that stretch across the front fascia. It looks modern, technical, and unmistakably premium. Down below, the lower bumper introduces large sculpted air intakes and aerodynamic elements that make this SUV look surprisingly sporty for something this size. Move to the side, and the LC-400 reveals its classic Land Cruiser DNA. The proportions remain tall, upright, and extremely confident. You get large multi-spoke alloy wheels, strong shoulder lines, chrome window surrounds, and sturdy side steps, all reinforcing the idea that this SUV is built for both luxury and capability. And at the rear, Toyota keeps things clean and elegant. The full-width LED taillight signature gives the LC-400 a modern premium look, while the bold Toyota lettering across the tailgate adds a confident visual statement. In short, this Land Cruiser no longer looks like just a rugged off-roader. It now looks like a proper luxury flagship SUV. Step inside the LC-400 and the transformation becomes even more obvious. Because this is where Toyota clearly decided to step into true luxury territory. The cabin immediately feels spacious and refined. Soft leather upholstery covers the seats, featuring elegant quilted stitching that gives the interior a very premium atmosphere. The seats themselves are wide, supportive, and designed for long-distance comfort, perfect for both daily commuting and long road trips. Across the dashboard, Toyota introduces a wide panoramic digital display that combines the digital instrument cluster and infotainment system into one seamless panel. It's modern, sharp, and incredibly easy to read. The infotainment system supports navigation, smartphone integration, advanced vehicle settings, and a fully connected interface that feels far more sophisticated than previous Land Cruisers. Then there's the materials. Real wood trim runs across the dashboard and center console, paired with brushed aluminum accents and ambient lighting that subtly illuminates the cabin at night. It creates an atmosphere that feels closer to a luxury lounge than a traditional SUV interior. The panoramic glass roof adds another layer of openness to the cabin, flooding the interior with natural light and making the already large space feel even bigger. Move to the second row, and passengers are treated to generous legroom, premium seating, and fold-down armrests with cup holders. Even the boot space is extremely practical. With the rear seats up, the LC-400 still offers plenty of cargo room for luggage, camera equipment, or family travel gear. Fold the seats down, and the SUV transforms into a massive cargo hauler. So while this vehicle clearly targets luxury buyers, it never forgets the practicality that made the Land Cruiser famous. Under the hood, the LC-400 is expected to feature Toyota's next-generation twin-turbo V6 hybrid powertrain. Combined output is estimated to sit around 420 horsepower and roughly 650 Nm of torque. That's a serious upgrade compared to older, naturally aspirated Land Cruiser engines. Power is sent through a 10-speed automatic transmission, paired with Toyota's advanced full-time four-wheel drive system. This setup delivers strong acceleration on the road, while still maintaining the off-road capability the Land Cruiser is known for. Compared with rivals, Range Rover P400 around 395 HP, BMW X7 xDrive 40 around 375 HP, Mercedes GLS 450, roughly 375 HP. The LC-400 actually sits very competitively in terms of power and torque. And when it comes to reliability, Toyota's reputation still carries enormous weight in this segment. On the road, the LC-400 is designed to feel calm, stable, and incredibly comfortable. The new suspension system combines adaptive dampers with advanced chassis control to deliver a smooth ride, even on rough surfaces. At highway speeds, the cabin remains quiet thanks to improved sound insulation and refined aerodynamics. And despite its size, the steering feels surprisingly precise for such a large vehicle. Of course, this is still a Land Cruiser, which means when the road ends, the adventure can continue. With multiple terrain modes, advanced traction systems, and serious ground clearance, the LC-400 remains one of the most capable off-road luxury SUVs available. Now, let's talk about the big question: price. The 2027 Toyota LC-400 is expected to start around $72,000 in the UK, depending on trim level. Higher spec versions could approach $85,000. Now, that might sound expensive until you compare it with the competition. A similarly equipped Range Rover can easily exceed $110,000. The BMW X7 often pushes past $95,000, and the Mercedes GLS lives in the same price bracket, which means the LC-400 could quietly become one of the best value luxury large SUVs on the market. Add Toyota's strong reliability record and extensive service network, and the ownership experience becomes even more appealing. So, how does the LC-400 really compare to its rivals? Range Rover still wins when it comes to ultimate prestige and ultra-luxury finishes. BMW X7 focuses more on sporty driving dynamics. Mercedes GLS delivers impressive technology and comfort. But the Land Cruiser offers something unique. It blends luxury, durability, off-road capability, and long-term reliability in a way few SUVs can match. It may not scream luxury the way a Range Rover does, but it delivers something many buyers value even more: confidence. The LC-400 is perfect for buyers who want a large luxury SUV, serious off-road capability, long-term reliability, and a vehicle that doesn't rely purely on a badge to justify its price. In many ways, it's the smart buyer's luxury SUV. So the big question remains: should you buy the 2027 Toyota LC-400? If you want a luxury SUV that combines comfort, technology, capability, and reliability. The answer might surprise a lot of people, because this new Land Cruiser isn't just competing with the big luxury brands, it's quietly challenging the entire idea that prestige has to come with an enormous price tag. And that might make it one of the most interesting SUVs of the next generation. This is Accent Auto, and if you want more deep dive reviews on the latest SUVs shaking up the global market, make sure to subscribe, because the next big reveal might be closer than you think.